Everything we do, we want to be inspired, we want to be led, we want to be pushed forward by the voice of God. And that's what I want to look at this morning. The love of God expressed through the way that he speaks a word over our life. He has a plan and a purpose for us, doesn't he? And it's our job to pursue that. You know, one of the most famous verses in the Bible, isn't it, is Jeremiah, I want to say 29:11? 29:11, good. One of the most well-known verses in the Bible is this one I'm about to misquote. 29:11, you know, for I know the plans you have for me, says that, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you, to not to harm you, to give you a hope and to give you a future. And so often we stop there, don't we? We don't read 12 and 13, which says, from that place, Tom paraphrase, you're gonna ask of me, you're gonna inquire of me, you're gonna seek me, and you'll find me. You know, you'll inquire as to my heart. And so often we're fine with the idea that God has a purpose and a plan for our life, that God's gonna speak a word of destiny over our life, and then we just kind of sit there and expect it to happen. And that's what I want to look at today, the love of God expressed through his desire to commune with us, his desire to have us co-labor with him in the work of his kingdom. How bonkers is that we get to be co-laborers? The fact that Jesus said, I no longer call you slaves, I no longer call you servants, I call you friend, because I've made known to you, you know, how bonkers is it that he wants to co-labor with us? I mean, it's thoroughly unproductive, I feel, of God to co-labor with us, because he could get it done much better without us, amen? Who here has been in that position where it seems like all you seem to be doing is hindering the Lord? Yeah? I mean, that was our model for church planting for the first few years. We just kept messing it up and getting it wrong, and by the grace of God alone, he kind of still blessed us and, you know, helped us in our journey. But so often we kind of have this idea that God's going to somehow bring about his purposes and his plans for our life without us kind of being involved. But there's two ends of the spectrum. There's us not getting involved at all, and then the other end of the spectrum, which is just as dangerous, is us taking control. And so this end, you've got the kind of, you know, the approach that says, oh, you know, I believe God's going to speak a word of destiny over my life, and I'm just going to sit on my butt here and wait for it to happen. That's one end of the spectrum. Equally dangerous is God said this word, and I'm the one that's going to make it happen. And that radical middle, the thing we're aiming for, the sweet spot in the middle, is co-laboring. That's what it looks like. And it's the love of God expressed through, one, revealing his plan and his purpose for our life, but two, allowing us to co-labor with him for the extension of his kingdom, for the work of his hands.